Hey yo, YouTube, what's up? I got a joke for you. What's the difference between vodka, bourbon, and cognac? I ran out of vodka 20 minutes ago, so now I'm about to guzzle this yak. In the meantime, I thought I just want to share with you one of my most pathetic, harrowing experiences as a caseworker in a home at a shelter. Um, the women were desperate in a shelter. You know, they were so desperate they used to call me Chris Brown. Let that marinate for a minute. They used to call me, and this is like 2006, 7. They used to call me Chris Brown. That's how desperate they were for male validation. And I was thirsty enough to accommodate them most of the time. I jeopardized my employment several times until it finally caught up with me. And I took a young lady home, and I was full of idealism and heroism, and I was reading Ayn Rand. It's like a man is supposed to solve problems, that the natural state of a man is that of a hero, and love is the ultimate expression of a life well lived. Like, I was so full of simp energy that I took her home with her 2 kids, and we planned our future together. And I wrote her, like, I wrote her housing voucher so that she could find an apartment. She found an apartment. I wrote her resume. She found a job. I babysat her 2 daughters, which weren't mine. And believe me, that's a fucking terrifying experience, because I never want to be alone and with someone else's daughters in this atmosphere ever, ever, ever again. But I did it for at least 7 months, where I babysat. She worked the night shift, and I worked the day shift. And I used to watch her kids sometimes at night. And I told her, no matter what happens between me and you, I could assure you that we're not going to end up on ABC News. So you go and you work. I have your daughters. I'm going to watch. And they yelled at me. Good girl. She started fucking her boss maybe like 2 months later. I guess she was monkey barring from one guy to the next. I learned that now because of MGTOW, men going their own way. And this was 2006, before MGTOW. And then I kind of closed my heart off, and, like, you know what else? I started going, I mean, like, this Irish chick threw herself at me. I'm not her caseworker or nothing, but, like, you know what? I'm leaving this job. I still got one teenage love affair in my heart. I'm gonna use it on this Irish chick. And Irish chicks, I don't know what the hell it is with me and Irish chicks. When I was in the military, an Irish chick took my virginity. I'm not lying. And I was an old virgin too. Ahem. So, me and this Irish chick, we getting along. She's kind of crazy. She's jealous as fuck. She wouldn't let me go around nowhere. She didn't let me have any quality time. Same thing. Wrote her voucher. Quit my job. Got a new job. And she started fucking an old friend of hers that she was watching while I was at work. But don't feel sorry for me, because, like, that Friday, I was there that Friday. My mind was there that Friday. And she's like, hey, Louis, I'm about to go. I'm like, a friend of I ran into an old friend, right? And he, like, you know, it's SummerSlam. Could I go watch SummerSlam at his house? And I was like, oh, hell. You could go. You could go. All right, you could go. Now, I'm not an idiot. I just assumed that she would cheat on him, and that would give me the leeway to get the fuck out of that relationship, because that chick was crazy. 2 months later, she was pregnant, and she stopped fucking with me because she wanted to stay faithful to him, and she had his kid. Bravo. Bravo. Now, bear in mind, this is still a year before MGTOW. This is still before, a year before 2008, and I did that video where I told you that I joined the military because another girl said I look good in a uniform. Stop fucking judging me. Stop fucking judging me. I understand now that I'm a corny, conformist African-American male who grew up in the time of the 90s. And at that time, young black women, they wanted someone who's exciting, someone who's running the streets. And I felt inferior to the guys who were running the streets. I couldn't do that. I didn't have that. I didn't have the social capital, the alpha male social capital, to be a gangster in the streets and a lover in the sheets like they wanted to. So I was that term that people call afraid of pussy. And that's it. It's okay to be afraid of pussy. Just don't let pussy destroy you. I might be having a Hennessy and orange juice breakfast right now, but I'm not a child support fugitive. Think about that. And I just, like, just to show you how much I was pre-MGTOW, I used to have this formula. It's called the mathematics of manhood. Man plus woman plus baby, take away man, divided over child support, equals half a man. Okay? Is that it? Man plus woman plus child equals family. Take away man over child support equals 1/2 man. 1/2 man is more and greater than half man. So man is greater than man plus woman. I thought about that in 2006. I predate MGTOW that much. You know, I predate YouTube that much. So, a toast to all the gentlemen who hasn't destroyed themselves because of broken hearts, you know? A toast to all the MGTOWs, a toast to all the incels who are finally finding themselves. Because, you know, deep down inside, I believe that every incel should be stoic enough to be a MGTOW, and every MGTOW should be happy enough to be a men's rights advocate, and every men's rights advocate should be attractive enough to be able to be a pickup artist. After that, the choice is yours, not mine, not anyone else's. So as long as you're not a simp like me, a resume writing, double babysitter, financial planner of a floozy chick, then you should be perfectly all right with your world, my dude. It's all up to you. Peace.